getting hot out. And when it starts to get too hot, well, the gators have to start finding a way to cool themselves down. But they can't do it like you and I do. They have to use the environment to cool themselves down. Out here, that usually means starting to bury yourself down in the mud and muck that's on the bottom. Right now, it's going to be a little bit cooler than it is here at the top. Now, the other problem we got is some of the weather been moving in the area too. And with all that rain that we've had last week, our water levels have raised up at least a good 3 feet. And that gives that gator plenty of room when he's sitting on the bottom to let the boat just drip right on top of him. If I got about 2 feet of water, then the boat kind of hits him and he has to come back up to the top. But I do just want to sit here for just a couple of minutes. Because I'm hoping we made enough noise coming in here like we did to get at least one of them to want to pop back up. Kind of see what's going on out here right now. But in the meantime,
you want to stand up and look?
I did also want to tell you guys a little bit.
You want to stand and look?
Well, this part of it.
You want to stand and look?
Right, think about it. What kind of Everglades tour would this be if I don't know you? Be lousy. Hang on, I'm gonna walk right past you real quick here. Now, what I really mean when I say the part that we're in, this is because today we're gonna have our Everglades divided into these 3 very different areas. So you guys are actually taking a tour right now of the eastern shore. Now this eastern shore, well, it is the largest of our 3, but also the wettest. So nowhere else in these other 2 parts of the glades are you just going to see all of that water. Now it's the water that we have though. That's what plays the biggest impact on the types of animals that we're going to find, which is why there's no large mammals running around. We don't have any bears out here, there's no deer, no hogs. It's mostly amphibious animals and birds out here. But, you guys, since we've been kind of all cruising around so far though, anybody notice all the grass that we have? There's a lot of that. And that grass, well, that's going to be one of the reasons why we like calling this eastern shore our river of grass. But you know, you guys really are looking at mostly just 2 different types of it. Now this first kind I want to show you real quick, mostly for the sake of argument, because I'm pretty sure you've already heard of it. Sawgrass, right? You don't get too many places today without hearing this name. Now before I go and give this to anybody though, I'm going to let you know there's a little trick to handling it. All of the teeth that you always hear about, they all face upwards. So when you get a hold of that piece of grass, remember you can take your fingers, go up the length of stalk. You're going to be just fine. Don't go down. Somebody usually does. You're going to find out very quickly why we call it sawgrass. We'll walk right past you young ladies here real quick. There we go.
Okay, you see how it's rough and it's real sharp? If you went real fast, it will cut yourself. You want to feel that, Mom? You want to feel it? Okay, look, feel it. Careful. It's sharp. You see? Okay, live mass, look at it.
It's pretty nasty stuff though, isn't it? Yep. And it does cut you too, real quick. Now that's going to bring me to this last piece I got though. And I love showing my passengers these things too. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody on the boat, you're going to have some of these guys back home. I actually don't know where you guys live, but I'm still willing to bet you have cattails.
Yep.
somewhere around in your area, because you can find cattails all over the world. Oh, you heard that frog? Yeah, that was a frog. Yeah, gators don't make too much noise. Yeah, then the males will start bellowing. Now, these cattails, these get useful. Because you're probably going to realize on this tour, you don't have a lot to worry about from wildlife. The gators, the snakes, the spiders, and these guys want to stay away from people. But out here, things like infection, that starts getting a lot more dangerous. But you guys see the white part I keep getting to, right? Because that's the heart of the cattail. Inside of it is a very tiny amount of aloe vera. The trick is getting to it. So what you guys want to do, like I've been doing, is cut them right down the centers. Once you got past that, scrape it out. What you're left with now is what we like calling an Everglades Band-Aid. That's where your aloe is. So when those Seminoles that used to live out here had to move around, they'd got to get through some of that sawgrass. At some point, you could scrape out one of them, just wrap them around your cuts. Now the cuts are going to stay clean, free from infection, while they all still run around out here. But you guys got to try to keep something in mind though, because really living out here, it's going to start getting a little rough. And if you really wanted to actually live out here like the Seminoles did, well, you're going to want to start becoming resourceful. So this little Band-Aid trick, well, that wasn't going to be the only trick for the hearts. Now what the Seminoles could do with them, start weaving them all together and put a braid into it. And they could turn this stuff into a very simple rope. Right now, for example, I'm going to turn them into free souvenirs. But these ropes that they would make, this is what they're using to kind of hold those roofs together of the tiki huts. They can use a different kind of braid and turn it into clothing too. And if they were really good, maybe a simple bag or backpack type deal too. But only using these cattail hearts. Anybody have any questions about the Everglades?
Try to pull it in. It's real hard, right? You see? It's a rope
How far out?
made from natural. Hey, you silly.
Well, no, they did live in the eastern shore and in this river of grass with all the water.
What's it smell like?
The Calusa Indians, which were native, the Seminoles weren't from Florida. We had the Calusa and the Miccosukee. The Calusa
Airplane?
are a little north of us, and the Miccosukee
That's
are
just
west of us.
it's just going like this, see?
College team.
Where you want to go?
I'm sorry.
That I have no idea.
Put it on your finger.
But I do know that the
You have any
Calusa,
boo-boos
you
on your
get
ears?
a town named
Keep this in
after
your ears.
because if you go
in your
up
ears.
north on
You have a
27,
boo-boo on
one
your
of the
finger?
first
Yeah,
towns,
Put it there and wrap it around it.
they named that one after the
The boo boo gone, yeah.